Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Facebook. I'm probably not going to get too many people on tonight. Is almost where I'm at. It's about 12:30 in the morning. Let's see if I have anybody up late with me burning the midnight oil tonight. Just inviting some people on. My Facebook builds my audience. How are y'all doing tonight, or should I say this morning? Just inviting some people on. I guess I'm gonna have to start calling these little series that I'm doing midnight Chronicles or something, because it seems like I'm not able to get online until right about this time because my day is so busy with children and doing all kind of things that I really don't have time to get online as far as doing a Facebook Live. I'll put it that way. But I won't be before you long because I am exhausted, but I did promise last night that I would come back tonight and just further elaborate on some of the things that I was talking about last night as far as, mindset and different things like that. So let me see who I have on. Hi, Priceless. Hi, Ray. Hi, Pierre. How are y'all? Hi, Miss Lakeisha. How are you doing? So I'm not the only one up late tonight, huh? I've got at least 4 people up here tonight. Okay, awesome. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about, because, I wanted to reach out to some people because, since I've been on this journey of doing, entrepreneurship and, different things and different, I guess, accomplishments that I've had, different goals that I've had that I've been able to accomplish. A lot of people, they ask me, well, how were you able to do what you did in that short, amount of time? How were you able to build a team of over 300 people in, less than 2 months? How were you able to do that? And, when I would tell people actually how I was able to do it, a lot of people don't believe me because it's very different from what, I guess the average person would think as far as, building a business or, any type of success. A lot of people don't think that, it starts with the mind. It starts with your belief system. It starts with the way that you view yourself, the way that you view the world, the way that you view your possibilities and your ability to accomplish what you need to accomplish. So, that's one of the things that I feel like I was able to, build big teams with my businesses in a short amount of time. That was the first thing that I did, before anything, was really try to develop their mindset, try to see where they're coming from, where their weaknesses were as far as what their belief systems in themselves were. Because, a lot of people, if you look at it, 85% of self-made millionaires never went to college. So that should tell you, how important mindset is, how important your belief in yourself and your abilities to accomplish what you want to accomplish are. So, that was one of the main things that I did with my my teams, is we did basically a mindset workshop. I wanted to actually see where they were at. I would do little things with them to test their ability to take feedback. I would look at how they approach challenges, if they would get, fearful of challenges, or if they would take them head on and say, you know what, this is a learning experience. This is a way for me to grow. So I would look at little things like that, and even before I got into business, I was into mental health, and I ran adolescent group homes. And that's one of the things that I would work on with my girls and my boys that, when I ran the group home, was I would work on their mindset. And I remember one little girl, everyone was saying, well, you know what, no one's ever going to adopt her, she's never going to be able to find a foster home, anything like that, because they had basically came to the belief that she didn't have the possibility of doing the things that she needed to do in order to get that accomplished. But before I left that group home, she was in a foster care. She was out of the group home and she was in a foster care. So no one can tell me what the power of the mind can't do or can do. So I just kind of wanted to come to you and just kind of talk to you about basically a fixed mindset versus a growth mindset. Okay. So and everybody has, at some points they have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. So it's not like, oh, you have either or, because, some areas of my life, my growth mindset is a whole lot stronger than, my fixed mindset. When it comes to my work ethic and things like that, my growth mindset is very, very strong. There's nothing that I feel like I can't accomplish when it comes to business or anything that I want to do business wise. But there's certain areas in my life where I have to work on that mindset. It's not as strong as other areas. So it's not that you either have it or you don't. It's just finding areas in your life that that growth mindset is not as strong, and finding ways to build up on it. Okay, so basically that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. And tomorrow night I want to kind of get into basically how to develop the growth mindset. But tonight I just wanted to basically give you an explanation of what a mindset is, what the growth mindset is. So basically when I'm talking about mindset, I'm basically saying, it's your belief in your ability to accomplish and grow. So basically that's what your mindset is. Okay. So, and basically we have two mindsets, and I took some notes. So hopefully y'all got a pen and paper, because I took some notes too. So basically when we look at the growth mindset, basically is, first of all, let's look at the fixed mindset. When people have fixed mindsets, basically they have a belief that, they can only accomplish so much, that, the skills that they have, they're learned skills, I'm sorry, not learned skills, but it's skills that come naturally to them, and it's their ability is set, and they don't have any way of growing or maturing to another level. So basically, that's what a fixed mindset is. Okay, they believe that they're not in control of their abilities. They believe that people are just naturally good at things, and some people aren't. That's the type of mindset that they have. Either you have it or you don't. That's a fixed mindset, right? So, and then when you look at the growth mindset, basically they believe that skills and intelligence are something that you can grow on and that you can learn, that you can learn to do. They believe that they're in control of their own abilities, of their own achievements. They believe that that people that are good at something are good because that they're that way because of their they've built on that ability to be that way. They've grown themselves to that particular I guess level to where they want to be. Okay, so basically that's what a growth mindset is. So people with fixed mindsets, they believe that skills are born. That people with growth mindsets believe that skills are built. And then when you look at the two characteristics, when you look at just ways of belief and ways of learning, there's two major things that really determine how you're going to basically live your life or perform what you want to perform. And it really comes down to either your belief or your focus. Okay, so it's going to come down to those two things mainly, is your belief system and your focus. So when you look at beliefs, people with fixed mindsets, basically they believe that, like I said, that their skills are born, they have the skills that they're born with, and that's it. They're not going to get any better. People with growth mindsets, they believe that they can build on those skills, they can learn, and they can grow. Okay. As far as focus, people with fixed mindsets, they basically focus on performance outcomes and results. And their main concern is that they don't want to look bad to other people. They don't want to, make a mistake and look bad. They don't want anybody talking about them. They don't want to fail at anything, because basically it just proves to them what they were always thinking anyways, was that they were a failure and they couldn't do it. Okay. And then, people with growth mindsets, they basically focus on ways of getting better, ways of, learning, ways of improving, what they want to improve on. So basically that's the difference between the two. And those two mindsets by itself, it makes a huge impact on, just your influence on yourself and your ability to achieve what you need to achieve. Okay. So there's 4 major ingredients when you look at as far as growth, and that's basically effort, mistakes, feedback, and challenges. Okay, so the way that you react to, or you grow from or not grow from certain situations, when it comes to your effort, your challenges, your mistakes, and your feedback, is basically going to come from what your belief system is and what you focus on. Okay, so basically, people with fixed mindsets, when they look at effort, when they think of, having to put forth effort to do something, they basically see it as, oh, well, this is a bad thing. I have to put forth effort. I have to work. I have to, do things that I don't want to do. They don't see the value and the purpose in what they're doing. So, and then when they look at challenges, basically they look at challenges as fear. It's something that they need to run from. It's something that, discourages them. They don't want to, have to deal with that, basically. And then, mistakes, they look at mistakes as, oh, well, I already knew that I was going to make that mistake anyway. So, it really doesn't matter. They hate making mistakes because they feel like, oh, well, people are looking at me crazy now because, I don't know what I'm doing. I look like a failure. So obviously I am a failure. Okay. And then when they look at, feedback from people, they look at feedback as, oh, well, they despise feedback. They look at it as an insult. They look at it as that person is making me feel like I'm stupid, like I don't know anything, right? They don't look at it as a learning opportunity whatsoever. They look at it as, oh, well, they're telling me I'm doing something wrong, And so when you look at growth mindset, basically it's the complete opposite. When you look at, effort, they look at, they look at ways of, as far as the effort, it's a way for them to grow. It's a way for them to learn. It's a way for them to improve on, what they need to improve on. Basically, it's their capacity for growth. That's how they look at effort, is their capacity to grow, right? And then, when they look at challenges, they look at it as, again, it's a learning experience. It's an opportunity for them to further, their experience, for them to get stronger in their character and, different things like that. They look at it, as an opportunity to get better. As far as their mistakes, they look at it as a learning opportunity. They don't look at it as something bad. They look at it as, okay, well, that's just something that I have to deal with along my journey to where I need to go. They already know in their mind that everything is not going to be perfect. So if you make a mistake, oh well. If somebody talks about you, oh well. Nobody's perfect. So who cares if, I get on this Facebook Live and I bomb it out. Who cares? I'll be back up here tomorrow or whenever I decide I want to get back up here. You see what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure everybody else that made a Facebook Live has not made a perfect one every single time they've got up here. So, the fact of me not doing a perfect Facebook Live is not going to stop me from coming back up here tomorrow if I want to. And that's the mindset that you have to have, is no matter if you make a mistake, So what? There was only one person that ever, came on this earth that was perfect. And it wasn't Starlin McMillan, and it wasn't, who else do I have up here? Lakeisha Myers. It wasn't Jay Offer. It wasn't Miss Relinda. It wasn't Mr. Andrew. It wasn't anybody else. So we all can make mistakes, and it's okay. It is okay. If people laugh at you, oh well, who cares? If tomorrow they'll forget all about you and they'll be laughing at somebody else. So who cares? Right? So that's the type of mindset that you have to have. And it took me a while to develop that because, I used to be the type of person to always worry about what other people think. I've always, thought, okay, well, I'm in this situation, or this thing happened and everybody's going to think this and that. But I've got to the point where it's, no one has heaven nor hell to put me in, so it doesn't really matter what other people think. So, I just kind of wanted to drop those nuggets on you. I didn't want to be before you very long. But as you can see, I'm passionate about this, so I wasn't planning on being up here for like maybe 5 or 6 minutes, and I don't even know how long I've been up here right now. But I appreciate y'all so much for joining me. I didn't even know that this many people were going to be up this late at night. I guess everybody's burning the midnight oil besides me, but I appreciate y'all coming on. I really do. I appreciate it, because y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all decided to be here, so I really appreciate it. I'm hoping that y'all got value in what I was talking about tonight. If you got value, drop value in the comments. If this is your first time being on a live with me, drop a number 1 so I can recognize you. But either way, I'm recognizing everybody up here, and I appreciate you all for coming up here, spending time with me. A couple of other things that I just wanted to outline, before I got off, was that, there's a couple of things that I'll be talking about tomorrow, because I really wanted to tonight just discuss what mindset was, because I know a lot of people, if you say mindset, they may not be familiar with exactly what that means. So I really wanted to spend tonight really explaining what mindset is, and so tomorrow I will get into why it's so important, because I look at, basically it's a circle. A lot of people, they look at, okay, well, I need to take action, in order to get where I need to go. And that's true. I mean, you have to have action behind your faith, right? Even the Bible says faith without works is dead. But the Bible, it lists faith first for a reason, right? It listed faith first for a reason. So, you have to develop that faith, which is basically your mindset. Okay. So once you have your mindset intact, then that's when you can start implementing the action. Because basically it's a circle. It starts with your belief, which is your mind, your mindset, your belief systems. And then depending on how you feel, depending on your belief system, then that's what determines your actions, right? And then your actions determines your results. And then basically your results, it goes all the way back around the circle. Your results, it has to do with your belief. So whatever your belief is, whether it's good or, if it's a bad belief, then you're going to have bad actions. Okay, if you have bad actions, you're going to have bad results. If you have bad results, then you're going to have bad belief system all over again, because basically you're saying, okay, well, I knew that from the beginning when, I already thought that that's how it was going to be. So now I tried this thing and it didn't work. And now I just proved my point. You see what I'm saying? So it's a circle. It's belief, action, results. Belief, action, results. It just goes around in a circle. So, I really want to, because I've had so many people inbox me, ask me, well, Starlin, how did you make that $1,000 day? How did you grow a team of 300 people in less than 2 months? How in the world did you do that? So I really wanted to take a lot of time and talk about how I did it, because a lot of people, they feel like it's, it was something different, but it all starts with your mindset. So I hope you got value. I'm not going to stay up here any longer because I'm about to fall out. I feel like a zombie right now, but I appreciate y'all for coming on. And like I said, tune in with me tomorrow and we'll actually get into basically how to develop a growth mindset. Okay? So y'all enjoy the rest of your night and God bless, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching.